What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here. A lot has changed since the last video we posted, but here's the biggest change we have. Invest 96L is now Tropical Depression 7, and it is still hundreds of miles away from the Lesser Antilles, but this thing is expected to strengthen into a tropical storm and impact those guys, as well as Puerto Rico, and to at least the Dominican Republic, and potentially Haiti if it continues to go, because after 5 days, the model starts splitting up. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. We have the public advisory issue. This is the first advisory for Tropical Depression 7 right here. Maximum sustained winds are 35 miles per hour with higher gusts. Some gradual strengthening is forecast during the next day or so, and the depression is forecast to become a tropical storm tonight or on Thursday. Minimum central pressure is 1,009 millibars right here. Moving west at 14 miles per hour. Here's the cone right here. So, as you can see, this is expected to strengthen to a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm as it's moving through the Lesser Antilles and impacting south of Puerto Rico. So it does enter a bit of the Caribbean Sea, and then it takes a slight turn to the north near the Dominican Republic. And from there, we're not entirely sure what's going to happen because the models break off from there. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at the North Atlantic deep layer shear right here. There is quite a bit of shear to its north, so even with all that shear impacting this system, this thing still was able to get a closed circulation, so that should just show you how resilient this storm is. But anyway, that's pretty much where we're at. It's going to be moving into some more calm shear around 20 knots or so, at least, right? That's the wind shear right now as it moves through the Caribbean. So, yeah, pretty much from here all the way into Cuba and all that, it's pretty much going to be slightly conducive for strengthening right there. Even at 20 knots, that's not too bad of a shear right there. Anything more than that, that's when it starts becoming a problem. Global sea temperatures, piping hot, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, especially where it's moving in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. This area right here, it's going to be moving through 86-degree warm water, and if that wind shear collapses at all or anything like that, that'll make it better for strengthening. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the track models and the intensity. Track models, for the first 3 days, pretty much in unison, except for the AEMI. It has it moving to the north after hitting the Lesser Antilles right there. The rest of them continue moving through south of Puerto Rico. And then this is where the split is, because a couple of models have this just turning straight to the north after it hitting the DR and Haiti right here and moving through the Turks and Caicos and then just continuing that turn. The majority, though, of the models keep it through to the Dominican Republic. Some actually have it moving further to the south of the Dominican Republic right here, including the HWRF and HMON models right there. The CEM2 has this moving just north of Cuba right there, so that's an interesting situation. That's why we don't really know what's going to be happening in the next 5 days. We'll have to continue to pay attention to see how strong that Bermuda high is going to be. An interesting thing I want to take a look at, too, is the GEPS ensemble models right here. This was from 0Z for today, or about 7 p.m. last night. They have this thing continuing to move through Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Cuba, and then entering the Gulf of Mexico. If that's the case, this would be taking a path similar to that of Hurricane Laura back in 2020. And I've been noticing that trend lately and how it's becoming eerily similar, but only time will tell when it comes to that, and we'll have to continue to keep an eye on it. Intensity models, we do have a couple of models getting close to or at hurricane strength in the next week or so, but for now, it does look like it's going to be either a tropical depression or tropical storm. The National Hurricane Center is expecting a tropical storm by tonight, so we'll have to pay attention to that. But yeah, even if this thing is not a hurricane, this should not negate the fact that Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, the Lesser Antilles could potentially get a lot of flooding from all that rainfall, ladies and gentlemen. So we should not negate that fact or anything. Just because the winds aren't that strong doesn't mean flooding can't happen. Good example of this, although this is extreme, is Hurricane Mitch back in 1998. Excuse me. Hurricane Mitch made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane, but it caused so much flooding because it just stalled over Central America that it ended up killing thousands of people. But that is an extreme example right there. Either way, we should not negate the fact that flooding could happen from this. So that's pretty much going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. I'll continue to update you guys as the situation progresses. If you are in the Lesser Antilles, if you are in Puerto Rico, if you are in the Dominican Republic watching this, I want you to do two things. A, start preparing for preparing, and B, share this video with anyone that you know, so that way we can get the word out for this. I'm taking this very seriously, even though this is only going to be a tropical storm at the time. This is going to be, at least expected at least, it's going to be a tropical storm as it's going to approach these areas. We can't really ignore the flood threat that's going to be going on with this. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.